Good morning, it's Fish, the Beach Bum Investor, on the 17th of July 2017. Your morning cryptocurrency and surf report. Start with the surf this morning. I've been having requests from the bodyboarding guys and even my shaper, Redders, to do the surf report first, because it only takes a second. So, no worries, Redders. And by the way, just for those of you who think I'm plugging free boards, I've paid Redders for his quality of his shaping since I started bodyboarding. In competition. Redders shaped me the board I won nationals on. He shaped me the board I went and rode in Chile on in the World Championships. And I've always paid for them because I believe in what he's doing, and he makes incredible boards. So for those of you who think I'm getting some sort of sponsorship deal out of this, no. But I do suggest you go and check out Basic Bodyboards, because Redders is the best hand shaper, and I have no problem in saying this. He's the best hand shaper in Australia of bodyboards, and especially if you're a drop knee rider. He used to be a drop knee rider himself, and he's getting back into it. Good on you, Redders. Seen you back out at D-Bar recently. And he's a very talented drop knee rider, but more than that, he knows what the channels, what the rails, what the nose widths, all the different components that make up your board. He knows how they're going to... I started out with Redders, and he said, so what's going wrong, Fish? I said, when I'm doing my bottom turn aggressively, I'm sliding out at the back. And he went, okay, let's try this, and this. And we've been working on boards ever since, and I've always paid for him because it's worth it. He's a quality shaper, and if you want to get a really good board, Redders is a great guy to go to. I haven't even looked at his website because I live just down the road from the warehouse, so I just go down and see him. But he's a legend guy. He's massive supporter of bodyboarding, and we do struggle, guys. If you have a look at it, I think PLC no offense PLC, you're a legend, mate, and I know all the girls love you, but I think Pierre got 28,000 US in comp wins last year, and John, who is also a legend and an incredible waterman and skateboarder and all the rest of it, but he got like 20 million. I know that's endorsements and stuff like that, but I don't know what the prize money is, but there's a bit of a discrepancy there. We do train pretty hard and spend a lot of time in the water as well. So we're certainly fighting for bodyboarding to get a bit more notice. And if you are into the water, bodyboarding's a great sport. I do surf as well, for those of you interested. I ride pretty much anything. So I'm obviously a little bit favoured towards bodyboarding, considering I was on the Aussie team and all that. But I love surfing. First started stand-up surfing when I was about 6 years old, I think it was. So I'm not anti-surfing, I just think bodyboarding deserves a fair shake. So that's my personal opinion on it. Now to the surf report. D-Bar is pretty good actually for small waves. There's no swell around the Gold Coast today, so probably hit Stratty or the open beaches in the northern end, like Spit. I haven't actually checked them, but I've lived on the Gold Coast my whole life, so that's probably where I'd head today if I was up that end. And even the beaches, they're so underrated on days like today. There's no breeze, and it stays pretty clean, and you get whatever bank you want to yourself. It's a good way to go. D-Bar's got a little wave coming in for the people on the southern end. There's probably going to be a wave coming in across at Fingal, I would say. I haven't actually checked it, but D-Bar, I checked on the cameras, it's got a little wave. It's really clean. The ocean looks amazing. It's 20-degree water, so 20 degrees Celsius, so quite warm. I think we're up for 25 degrees in the middle of winter today, so we're not doing too bad here. So get out and enjoy the day. If you have got the day off or you're invested in ChainCoin, go and have the day off. Go and have a surf. I'm going to. Just wanted to bring you a quick report first. So that's the surf report. Now to the crypto. Redders, thanks for the boards, mate. You're the best shaper I've had the pleasure of riding boards for, so I'm happy to keep paying full price, mate. I don't need any discounts. They're worth the money and more. So thank you very much. Now onto the crypto economy. Crypto economy has taken a hit, no doubt about it. I think most of it's from this SegWit decision, the pending SegWit decision. I think it's unnecessary. I don't think it's going to affect the whole market. People have already sort of taken into account a bad decision almost for the whole market, and to me that makes no sense. So it's just fear, in my opinion. There's no logic behind it. And if you've got some logic to why this is why this is being caused, please leave it. I don't mind. And if you're silly enough to read one comment and panic on it, that's your fault. Like, you've got to get a balanced argument. So I'm happy for people to leave alternate comments on my wall. I know that's a little different to most people, but my channel, I'll do it my way, and I don't mind hearing the naysayers. As long as it's logical, guys, please, if you're just going to sit there and go, it's not this and it's not that, I do look forward to the maths coming out on that person who said that mine wasn't common maths or whatever it was. Mate, I've dropped out of 4 university degrees. It doesn't surprise me that it's not stuff that's taught at university. But I got bored, so yeah, I've dropped out of 4 degrees, full disclosure. I'm not a qualified financial consultant. But if you are gambling on horses, pokies, slot machines or fruit machines for the international people, which we have a massive problem with in Australia, I guarantee you'll do better with your money in the crypto economy. Because at least when you have a big bust day, you don't lose everything, which I've done playing horses. I've done it playing roulette and blackjack and even poker, which I did quite well at. So you do what you want with your money, but Australia's got a gambling problem, and if you want to gamble, this is a stupidly exciting market. So it certainly ticks that box, but you're actually investing. So to me, it's much better spending your money than pokies, but your decision. If you want to keep going to hit that feature, you go for it. I'm sure you'll get it soon. Sorry to anyone who's lost a substantial amount on pokies. I actually did when I was a lot younger, so you got to see the light on that shit eventually, people. So look, tips for today. I like Golem. I like Homeless Investor. I was actually watching one of his videos this morning, and he sort of reiterated my sort of thoughts on Golem. I've had these thoughts for a while, but it's always nice to have it backed up by someone, which is why you do your research and see what the rest of the market's thinking. Because remember, it's all about perception. It's not about true value. Not long run true value, yes, but short term perception. So if he's starting to speak about Golem again, it's a few chance that more people will. And I don't really know much about Golem. I just know that it's a supercomputer, and that's my very lay understanding of it. Now, to me, it's got huge potential without knowing anything about computing. And I don't mind making that speculative investment myself, because I did that with Voxels when it had a $2 million market cap, because it was virtual reality. And I went, alright, I'm going to crack onto that, because I've never even watched a movie in 3D. I'm serious, never watched a single movie in 3D. So I'm probably not likely to jump on the virtual reality bandwagon either. But I'm not an idiot. I know what the rest of the world is into. So that's fine. I can invest in that and make money out of their interest. That's fine. I'm helping to develop the technology they're interested in. It's a win-win situation. I identified it early. I did the best out of it. That's how it works. So you're trying to predict the future. Remember that in investing. There's no point in hindsight trading. No point in going, oh shit, I knew that was going to go up because it's a virtual. You've got to find it and then have the confidence to back yourself when everyone else is looking at something else. That's where I've done my best. So, even though I took a bit of a retracement from all the massive profits I had on Ethereum, I still did win on that. ChainCoin I'm obviously well ahead on. Voxels I kicked butt in. I've taken a hit in some of the other ones, but they'll come back. I'm convinced of that. I run good money in PivX and use that to actually buy into ChainCoin, and I think a lot of people did the same, which is why I'm now buying back PivX again, because I'm diversifying. ChainCoin's a great idea. That's a social experiment, a social movement. PivX is a great idea. Awesome coin, I reckon anyway, and I like the fact they've got staking and running the node, and they just don't advertise heavily. To me, they've still got really good team working behind them. And if they do start to pick up their advertising and marketing campaign, they might go through the roof as well. So I'm picking up some PivX. Exclusive coin. It was up at $1.50. I think it might have been a bit of a pump and dump, but I was buying this coin up at 40 cents a pop. And now it's back down to 49. I already made good profit because I sold out of pretty much everything I had sell this set, and they just went bang, 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 bang on that run. So I'd made good money, and now I've just started buying it all up again. And that's sort of what you got to do. You've got to not, even when you're holding, you got to not FOMO. You got to go, okay, I've made good profit. I'm going to sell out and anticipate the correction, and then I can buy more back cheaper, or I can buy the same amount back cheaper. I can actually buy more back, and that's accumulation strategy. which is what I like to use. I like to sell out high and then buy more back and keep the same money running on the table. Reinvest my dividends if you like. It's worked for me. You guys choose your own strategy. So yeah, I'm going to go for a surf, I think. Litecoin, undervalued. PivX, undervalued. ChainCoin, awesome, in my opinion. And what else we got? Golem's a supercomputer. It's undervalued. Even Dash. Goodness gracious, the retracement that's taken. I mean, I know ChainCoin's like roaring up the charts, but Dash is still quality. If for the ChainCoin lovers, I understand it's based on the same algorithm. So if you like ChainCoin, you should buy a design like Dash as well. See, that's the thing. I don't think you should see all these other masternode coins as rivals. You say, well, POS and masternode is the way of the future in terms of the actual currencies we're going to adopt. And Bitcoin doesn't have that, so we'll keep Bitcoin as gold, as a store of wealth, and we'll use PivX and Dash and all these things that rewards, staking and that. Clams, I like clams, guys. That's one further down the charts for you to have a look at. There's staking on that as well. Digging for clams, they call it. So, check that one out. I've been buying up clams, exclusive coin, PivX. I had a look at Crown, too expensive for mine. Crown's another masternode coin, you need 10,000 on that. And it was trading at 80 cents, so that's $8,000 for a node. For mine, too expensive. But for you, please make your own decisions. If you love it, it's actually taken a retracement from like $1 or $1.20. I think I saw it highest at. So if you love it, it's good buying. But I don't love it. I'm just bringing it to your attention. I don't hate it either, for those of you who do like it. It's just, I'd prefer to have my money in other things. So thank you very much for the overwhelming support, guys. Pretty much the first thing I do when I log on this morning now is go to Random Traders, just to let you know. They got a really entertaining little gig going, and they run 24/7. I haven't quite figured it out yet because I've spent limited time on there, but I sort of always have it running in the background. And there's some character on there with a British accent, and I think he's running the show and he doesn't sleep much. And if you're watching me, you've obviously you find accents funny. I do as well, and there's like the biggest mixture on this site, so it's cool to listen to. You got like this South African dude. I heard an Aussie calling in this morning, and I was just like, do we really sound like that? And yes, we do. That's the problem. But I heard so many different accents, and it was just a really, I don't know, like it's a really inspiring community as well. I heard some dude on there, I don't know what the full story was because I logged in late, but basically a whole bunch of dudes on this site and guys and girls on this site had just like donated this dude some ChainCoin to get him started because he was new and felt like he'd missed out, and they gave him like 20 coins or something, maybe more, 22 coins all up. There was one major donator, and then like everyone else chipped in like a ChainCoin. And this dude's like said, my friends never even do something that nice to me. So that was pretty cool. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like I enjoy the movement. I enjoy the thought of people like at least trying to band together. It's going to hit some speed bumps. I got frustrated myself with not being able to contact the top people. I must admit that. But the reality is they're super busy. So yeah, I mean, I even panicked for myself a bit and thought, oh shit, no one's listening to me. I feel like I've got things to offer. Don't feel like that. Like I did it, and it was a mistake after working for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end. And that's why I've been for surfing. And that was the best thing I did. I went and calmed my mind down, and that actually allowed me to buy more in the dips and reconsider the fact that I was getting frustrated. Because when I thought about it, I thought, the fact that I haven't heard back from any of the big guys, hopefully yet, but even if I don't ever, that just means they're working their butts off. So that's a good thing for my investment. So rather than bitching and whinging about, oh, why aren't they listening to me? I've thrown it out to you guys, and I said, oh, I reckon we should do a call center. And Mark 1's just come through and gone, bang, we do it this way. And I don't really even understand it, but it sounded cheaper and better. So that's the thing, like I'm just trying to brainstorm with you. I don't have the perfect solution for everything. If you have a look at my life track record, it's a bit all over the place. So, I'm hit and miss. That's the reality. So I won't always have the perfect solution, but I'll certainly be trying. And if you guys can contribute, like Mark 1 had the balls to, like a lot of people could have shot him down because that seems to be, like this is why I was never on social media to start with. Where's this? I I don't surround myself with mates who put me down, so I'm not going to surround myself with social media idiots who just want to sit there and put me down either. But Mark 1 had the balls to, put himself on the line to suggest an alternative to what I was suggesting. And I reckon it's brilliant. I don't really understand it, but it sounds good, so check it out. And I honestly reckon some sort of help centre. If you could open a Skype call and help me to get my masternode set up, and we had no problems doing it, and I could film it and everything, I'd be willing to pass you on some ChainCoin. I don't know how much. I've got to have a look at what I've got there, but I picked some up in the dips, guys, and it's about sharing the wealth. So yeah, if someone can get in contact with me and teach me how to Skype, then teach me how to use my streaming service that I paid for, so I can do screenshot captures and help everyone who's at my level, which is real idiot level with computers, to understand how to set up their own node, a step-by-step in layman's terms. It's no good using computer terminology to a guy who doesn't understand it. And for the people who have been sending me stuff, you are legends, but unfortunately you're speaking to an idiot. So please go and help all the other people who do understand what you're talking about. It's important we get these nodes set up. But in terms of me, you need to talk to me like I'm an idiot with computers, because as much as I've tried to tell you that, I'm really, really bad with them. So doesn't mean I don't know how to use them to research and things like that, and I've obviously figured it out a little bit for YouTube and things like that. I'm not totally inept, but I'm not comfortable in transferring a $4,000 US investment where I could lose it if I do the transfer wrong into the wallet to set up the node. So I need an expert. And if any of you guys are experts, I'd love to hear from you. I'm going to make some phone calls right now, actually, and see if I can pay a computer company to come out and do it, and I'll just film them, and I'll chuck it up if I can. And if I can't, no big deal. At least I'm trying. Now, so Mark 1, thank you, mate, for leaving that comment. Thank you, Sergio, for saying you'd buy some of my coins, my actual physical real coins, because I will put them up cheap as chips for you, mate. If you're actually interested in numismatics, I've got 5 tons of them sitting there. And if you're going to pay in ChainCoin, to me, I'm just accumulating more ChainCoin. We'll work out a deal if you're seriously interested in some coins, so don't worry about that. And to everyone who's been really positive, I'm actually pretty humbled by all this. My top video, I think, was almost 2,000 views, which is more views than my recording of my heats at the World Championship got in bodyboarding. Live, I hear that there was up to 2 million people watching, but the recording itself, people to actually go back and watch it, was maybe 2,000, and it was in 2015 that I surfed in that. So after 7 days of starting a YouTube channel and getting almost 2,000 hits on a video, that's really humbling. Thank you. And as I said, jump onto Random Traders, because they're super entertaining. Go and have a look at Homeless Investor. The guy's a legend. He's pretty funny, eh? So go check out his stuff. And they're the only 2 subscriptions I have at the moment, but they're building. I'm just understanding this platform, so please forgive me. I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing, and I'll try and get these master nodes set up so I can give you some accurate figures. I got a comment about my maths being wrong. Guys, I need you to come with the correct maths if you're going to say that, not just say it's wrong. Put a formula in the comments. I'll follow you. I'll give you a shout out and say thank you, even if you're debunking my maths, because it's important that people get the correct information. That's the main objective I'm trying to give, and I know a lot of people aren't even thinking about things like this. So I'm just saying, look, okay, even if my maths is a little rusty or a little simplified, start thinking about real world economic principles and overlaying them to the crypto economy. Because if you believe in the crypto economy, you believe that it is real world economics, which means you should overlay real world economic principles. That's all I'm saying, and I'm doing some simple formulas that might be a bit rusty to show you, what the potential value is, in my opinion. That's all I can do. So if you are a maths genius and you can show a whiz bang one, go for it, mate. That's fine. Anyway, I'm going to go for a surf, because that's one of the boys texting me now, and I will. Yes, I know, pink phone cover. Long story. I'm going to go for a surf now and get some of the waves and just take it easy. Try and flush out a little bit of the hangover. I had 3. That was me after 3 beers, by the way. I'm not a heavyweight drinker, so last night I'm talking about. So yeah, have a good day. I'm going to keep trying hard to get my computer stuff fixed up so I can communicate better with you guys. I'd love to do some live streaming and actually have some feedback live, and get a discussion going, because more important than anything, I'm happy to just mediate the discussion. I can't give you all the answers, but I can certainly hopefully contribute some of my own information and act as a mediator in the discussion. And just for your information, when I do go live with live streaming, I plan to have it fairly structured so we can all get some good information out of it. So what I plan to do is either you write to me either on one of my social media channels that I now have. Let me know what coin you'd like researched. I'll go and do some research. We'll basically set a time for the live stream, and we'll have 5 coins that we're going through for that live stream. So that way, if you're interested in those 5 coins, you can tune in. If you're not interested in those 5 coins, you can just go, you know what, fish, I'll catch you next time. Or maybe never again. So yeah, let me know if there's anything you want. Like I said to you originally, I'm doing all the research anyway. I don't mind sharing it, and I love hearing your opinions, regardless of whether they're positive, in agreement or not. But please, please, please keep everything positive. You can disagree and be positive. You can say, wow, that's an interesting opinion, but I actually believe this, and this is why. And I'll tell you right now, if you do that, I'll give you a shout out even though you disagreed. If you be mean and rude and all that sort of stuff, to me, I'm just going to laugh. Actually, I get a little chuckle out of it. But if you do it to the other followers, it's counterproductive. It's not letting people feel like they have a right to have a voice and to be heard, because they're going to get shot down by some wanker who's hiding behind a computer screen. So don't be mean to people. There's no need. Come with solid evidence. Debunk my maths. Debunk my research. Have a go at me personally. Like I said, I don't really care. So feel free to do that. I'm going to go for a surf, get some lunch, come back, check out the crypto economy, and I don't know what I'm going to do this afternoon. I really haven't decided yet. Probably just sit back and watch my nodes start making money. Hopefully by that time I'll have my computer going in. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm going to leave. Have a really good day, and I'll catch up with you later. And well done to the HODL squad for protecting the wall. I hope to have a live interview with the wall later as well. That should be quite interesting for those of you interested. Take it easy. See ya.